Did you know that you can make successful presentations and do well in speaking engagements? Welcome to this talk presented by Philani Lithandane Ndlovu, dwelling on how you can make these successful presentations. So in this talk, we are going to share ideas on what is very critical and important for one to present successfully and captivate your audiences and your crowds. Now let's begin with preliminary issues. The first thing that you need to think about is the statement of specific purpose. What do you exactly want to achieve? What's the purpose of your talk? Then secondly, think about your audience. And thirdly, preparation and notes. And fourthly, we're going to deal with delivery. 5 is body language. 6, address, personal appearance, and presentability. And then getting the results. I'm sure that's all you all want to get. The visual as well as the audio aids, and how to deal with nervousness, anticipating questions and objections, and then the nature of the occasion where you have a speaking engagement, as well as common pitfalls. Now, if these are the areas where you want to hone your public speaking skills, then you have come to the right place. Stay with me. Beginning with the statement of purpose. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of the presentation? This is very paramount because it determines exactly what you are going to talk about and how you are going to talk about it. Now, the statement of purpose helps you to structure your ideas. It determines the content of your speech. Remember, you do not speak except to fulfill a purpose. So some of the common purposes that inform our speeches or presentations, it could be speaking to inform people about a specific area of knowledge. Maybe you have a feeling that they need to be informed, or you could be pitching for a new business opportunity, or you might be addressing your employees and communicating company objectives, or it could be an issue of trying to influence opinion and change views of the public or of certain individuals. You might as well be speaking to entertain guests at a dinner party, or to persuade people for a specific goal, or helping them to persuading them to buy into a vision that you have. So all these are very important purposes, and in each scenario where you have to make a presentation, think deeply about the purpose of your presentation, because that shapes everything else about your presentation. Now, be very, very careful to avoid disjointed ideas, dislocated thoughts, and fractured concepts. If you've not thought deeply about the statement of your purpose that you want to serve by presenting your speech, you could end up with these fractured concepts and disjointed ideas. Think deeply about your audience. Now, by the audience, we mean the people who pay attention or who listen to your presentation, those that are in attendance when you are talking. It could be those who are in attendance, or in this world of so many virtual platforms, it could be people on the other side of the network. Now, think about the gender mix of the audience. Are you talking only to a particular gender, a specific gender? Is it pitched for men or for women? What about racial mix? Different races respond differently to different messages. You don't want to sound racist. You don't want to sound like you are informed by racial bigotry. You must at all times avoid any talk that is likely to inflame races and, you know, cause division, unless that is your intention to do so. But I wonder if that would ever be a good intention anyway. And then think also about the age group that you are presenting to. Are you presenting to youngsters? Are you presenting to elderly people? Or what is the age mix? You know, there is a talk that you could direct to the youngsters. They like to hear certain topics, certain subjects. And then the elderly also have got their own areas of interest. So age really matters in deciding what you're talking about, what you're going to talk about, as well as how you are going to talk about it. What about the occupations of those who are present, the professions in which they are involved in, their job titles and their responsibilities? All those are important factors. What about the mood and the presentation, the expectation, the mood and the expectation of your audience? Are they in a somber mood, Are they? Is it a melancholic maybe occasion? It might be a funeral, or is it a celebration? It could be a wedding, you know, a party, whatever it might be. So think deeply about the mood and the expectation of your audience, because then that determines how you are going to be received. Again, you must think of bringing your ideas up to date. How up to date are your ideas, and how up to date is the audience? Are they interested in current affairs? Are they informed about current affairs? Or there are people who are laid back, who have no interest in current affairs? So you must think deeply about that, because as you are going to be talking to them, you will have to be reaching out into those areas where they have specific interests. What about levels of prejudice and resistance? You know, people do have prejudices about certain people, about certain maybe racial groupings of people, or it could be about certain subjects, or the place where you come from. All those are issues that you must have at the back of your mind, because you know, when you are having to deal with prejudice, you must find a way to break that prejudice. What about the levels of education of your audience? Are they people who are sophisticated? Have they acquired a college degree, or they are people who have just gone to elementary school and not beyond? So you've got to think deeply about all those issues, and then think also about how much they already know about the topic or the subject that you are delivering on. If they are new to the topic or the subject, then you have to think deeply and find ways of introducing and summarizing the main ideas within the context of that topic, so that you bring them to the level of your discussion. If you are trying maybe to persuade or change people's opinion and maybe call to action somehow, then you must think about the level of authority, the limits of their authority. What is it that they can change? What is it that they have the power to do? What is it that they don't have the power to do? For instance, if you are talking about junior members of staff in an organization, there's no point asking them to change the major, issues within the organization, because they may not have the power and the influence to do so. So you must decide you must find out who you are talking to, and then pitch up your talk in such a way that you reach to that audience. And it matters how many they are also. Are you talking to 10 people? Are you talking to an audience of 100? Or is it 1,000? All those are important factors. Remember, always present from the point of view of the audience rather than your own. Whatever topic or subject you are presenting on, don't try to push your own ideas, even if that's what you intend to do. Make it appear as if you have the interest of the audience, so that they can be able to resonate and identify with your presentation. Now, how do you interact with your audience? That's a very, very important question, because you must think beforehand how you are going to be interacting with the audience. Important matters have got to do with their expectation, as we have already highlighted before in the foregoing. Think before you go to before you make a presentation, consider what their expectation is. Do you have a picture of what they might be expecting to hear? Recognize who they are, recognize their areas of interest, and try as much as possible to address those areas of interest that they have. And as you are presenting, during the course of the presentation, remember to get them involved. Ask rhetorical questions. Get them to think deeply about maybe what you're talking about. Give them an opportunity or some moments to reflect. You could use visual aids, and whilst you're using those visual aids, get them to really participate and be participants in the whole presentation that you are involved in. Don't make it a kind of a monologue whereby you're just presenting and you're not taking into account that there are people who also have feelings and considerations, and they have attitudes also. So you must get them involved. And as I said earlier, think about their capacity to act. Are you asking them to do what they don't have the capacity or the authority to do? Because then that's a futile exercise. So think about those issues even as you are planning your speech, and even during the course of the presentation. You must have those ideas at the back of your mind. Remember to ask yourself questions about what the audience expects to hear. Recognize their interests, fears, and concerns. Get them involved in the presentation by asking rhetorical questions and appealing to their needs, aspirations, and concerns. This is just a reiteration of what I had already said earlier on. Talk to them about things that they have the capacity to change, and then present a call to action. Remember, this is very, very important. I don't know how I can emphasize this part. You know, when you spend time talking to people, you must call them to action. You must suggest what they need to do. How is that knowledge or information that you've been sharing with them, how is it going to shape their lives? How can they make use of it? If you want them to change opinions, then you must make it clear in your presentation that there must be a change of opinion. Or if they have to take a certain decision, make that very clear. Of course, you've got to be very wise and persuasive and diplomatic in your language. At the end of the day, you need to present that call to action. It's very, very essential. Now, let's talk about preparation and notes. Think about your topic. Consider your topic very broadly and carefully. Whether you fully understand it, familiarize yourself with the topic, read around the topic, talk to other people about the topic, explore possible meanings and possible interpretation of that topic as widely as you can, so that you don't narrow it down, and think about the different angles and perspectives from which you may do the presentation of that topic. Think deeply whether you have chosen the topic yourself or somebody has suggested it to you. For instance, if you are called to present at a particular ceremony or occasion, maybe as a keynote speaker, they may give you a theme, or they may even give you a topic, a title to work on. So you must think about that. And if, for instance, you've had the title or topic given to you by the organizers of the occasion or the ceremony, then you must talk to them about what they expect to hear, so that then you can craft and direct the gist of your talk to address the particular issues. Think also about your presentation being able to conform to the structure given below. Remember, you must always have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. The introduction and the conclusion are critical aspects of your presentation. So you must take note to plan them carefully. Should I repeat that? The introduction and the conclusion are critical aspects of your presentation. So take time to plan them very, very carefully. Getting the ideas. Never try to write your presentation in just one writing. Keep some index cards in your pocket and always write down the ideas as they come to mind, and keep rehearsing and keep thinking, reflecting on the ideas. You see that kind of thing. We have already said that your introduction and your conclusion are very, very essential components or elements of the speech or the presentation. Now, think about the introduction. What does it do? It sets the tone of the presentation. Before people know anything about you, before they decide whether they are going to listen to your presentation or not, the first thing that they hear is the introduction. So you must craft your introduction in such a way that it has that punch, that captivating format and element, because it sets the tone for your presentation. Now, during the introduction, you must identify the purpose of your presentation. Why are you presenting? Let your audience to get that insight into the purpose of what you are doing. Why are you doing what you are doing? Show the audience how it will benefit from your presentation. Every time somebody comes to say something, or somebody stops me to say something and begins to talk, I always ask my question, what will I benefit from this statement that is being made? So make sure that you disclose in a very subtle way to your audience how they stand to benefit from your presentation, because if they won't benefit anything, then there's not even a reason for them to be paying attention to your talk. So you must always have that in mind. And then what about the conclusion? Again, in the conclusion, that being the last part of your presentation, you want to consolidate the main ideas. So you want to summarize the presentation, and you want to also call them to action. What do we mean by that? You see, you have been saying a lot, and by the time you get to the end of your presentation, your audience may have forgotten some of the things that you said at the beginning or in the course of the presentation. So now it stands for you to consolidate the main ideas by giving emphasis, emphasizing, stressing the main ideas. What is our take home? Why have we been listening to you? You must give that to us. Remind us of the reason why we have been paying attention to what you have been teaching us. How is it going to benefit us? Why did you say it in the first place? How is it going to benefit us? And what steps should we do after this? What steps should we take after this? So you consolidate the main ideas. You summarize. Then you give us the call to action. I hope this is clear enough. Right. Remember to communicate your ideas with confidence. Oh, how can I stress this? There's nothing as boring and as lousy as somebody who does not speak with that persuasive voice, somebody who lacks that punch, somebody who lacks, that thing in them to say, I know what I'm talking about, and I know that it works. So what I'm basically saying to you is that you must communicate your ideas with confidence. You must involve your audience in the presentation. During the course of the presentation, I've already said to you that you must use such devices as rhetorical questions, generate laughter, use those visual aids. You vary the tone of your voice so that where you are talking about sorrow, they should pick it up in your voice, and where there is excitement, they should also pick it up. So you must be able to communicate the emotions, get them to pick up the emotions from the intonation or the tone of your voice that you adopt during your presentation. And how about applying techniques such as verbal choreography? Remember this: when you are reading a book, maybe you read from page 1 up to page 5. When you get to page 5, you may come across an idea which maybe reminds you of what was said in page 2. When you are reading a book, you always have that privilege of flipping back to page 2 to look at the paragraph and compare with what is in page 5. But a person listening to a presentation doesn't have that privilege of flipping back the pages and to find out and compare ideas that have been covered. Hence, I advise you to use what is called verbal choreography. How does this technique work? It's like when you are presenting on maybe a point, maybe your third point, you can refer your audience to your first point by saying to them, remember, I had said 1, 2, 3. Now I am saying 4, 5, 6. So that is called verbal choreography. It keeps your audience captivated, and they are able to relate all the different points of view and tips that you might be sharing with them. And constantly highlight the purpose of your presentation. There is nothing as important as this. You see, your presentation, the main point of your presentation must always be a common thread that runs through every word, every statement, every phrase. So the purpose is that common thread that joins everything. So you must constantly refer to it, maybe not so expressly, but it might be subtly, just to keep your audience, reminded of exactly why you are talking to them. Hence, I'm saying highlight the purpose of your presentation to justify why we should be listening to you. Think about this motivated sequence of presentation. An effective presentation always meets a number of steps. There are 4 to be precise. The attention step, remember, to grab the attention of your audience. We have said that as you communicate your purpose to the audience, you will be able to grab the attention of the audience. Remember to speak to the needs of your audience. You are not just speaking about yourself, or you are not just saying what you want, but you are speaking about what the audience has an interest in hearing about. Because you are not speaking to satisfy yourself, you are speaking to satisfy your audience. In fact, they are the king in this whole transaction. Unless you are going to meet the needs, speak to the needs of the audience, you have no reasons to speak to them at all. You might as well keep your mouth closed. So, grab their attention, speak to their need, satisfy them. These issues are interrelated. When you satisfy them, you are literally showing how they stand to benefit. Because you are showing them, I am making this presentation to you because I want you to benefit from it. I want you to be a better person when you are done hearing my presentation. I want you maybe to have a changed attitude, an improved life. At the end of the day, there must be that benefit that they derive from a presentation. That's very, very important. Now, use those pictures, those images, those aids that will help them to formulate the vision that you're talking about. Like I've said to you, you might use adjectives, descriptive words. Where you're talking of joy, then you use the appropriate adjectives. You should have seen how politicians speak. Sometimes they use those rich adjectives where they sometimes generate they trigger those emotions in human beings. The greatest speaker is the one who is able to appeal to the mind as well as speak to the heart, or speak to the emotion, or speak to the emotion that is deeper soul of the human being, so that your audience does not only hear your words, they don't only hear you, but they also feel you as you talk. So you must convey feelings to them. And then, as I have already said before, the last step of your presentation must always be, the issue of calling to action, advise, encourage, inspire your audience to take action on the relevant issues. Rehearsals are very, very important. So you must always rehearse. You must always do a rehearsal. A good presentation is preceded by thorough rehearsals. Without thorough rehearsals, you will not make a good presentation. Get it right. You will not. You will fumble your way through. And sometimes you may end up being a bore, kind of, you lose that, that attraction, that punch that you had, as long as you have not done your rehearsal. Now, the purpose of the rehearsal is to organize your ideas, to internalize the key ideas, to help you identify gaps in your storyline or in your presentation. Sometimes you plan a presentation and you think everything is in place, but when you start presenting, you realize that there's something missing in that storyline. And then again, a rehearsal helps you to familiarize yourself with the presentation, the purpose, or the ideas that had to be presented. And it also helps you to monitor and adjust your timekeeping. How much time do you have at your disposal? And lastly, it helps you to deal with stage fright by helping you to build confidence. That is very, very important. So rehearsal, rehearsal, rehearsal. Again, during the rehearsal, that's when you get to try to use your aids, such as maybe your pictures, your videos, whatever visuals you're going to be using. You get to try them during a rehearsal, so that you know what works and what doesn't work. It's that opportunity to experiment, so that by the time you come to your audience to do a presentation, you already have a polished act, and your speech and presentation is impeccable, and you do not have too many problems and shortcomings whatsoever. Now, having come to the end of my presentation, I want to reiterate again that there are quite a number of key points that you need to take out of this presentation. I have said to you that in planning a presentation, you must think broadly about your purpose. What is the purpose of your speech or presentation or your talk? That part must always be at the top of your agenda. Your purpose, think about your audience, and remember to always present from the point of view of the audience. Remember that you must grab their attention, you must speak to their need, you must satisfy them, and then you must call them to action. Right, this is my call to action to you right now. Having had this presentation, you should now go ahead and plan your next presentation. Remember, the best way and the only way to learn to present a speech or a talk is to begin and to present. Without any presentation, without any giving yourself opportunities to present and trying out these things, you will never learn how to do them. So I hope I have managed to speak to you on this very important matter. In future, I will be talking to you a little more about how to use your visual aids and whatever, means and media, so that you enhance your presentation. But in the meantime, let me say to you, I hope you've benefited from this talk. Don't forget to follow us on our website, which is given to you, and please remember to click our click like and click subscribe, so that you can always be notified of our next video. Thank you very much for being a part of this presentation. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.